You know what it was?
No, this is very important because you need to set those things, I don't know if they're rules, but you need to set it very properly before you get married.
Initially,
Yeah.
when we first got married, I was given 용돈, allowance.
Okay.
My allowance for 1 month was 400,000 won. It's 40만 원 for 1 month.
That's how many bottles of wine now?
Well, thankfully back then, I mean, that's like not even one bottle of wine these days now. Some of the wine that I drink, that's not even one bottle. But that was excluding like cell phone and like gas bills and stuff like strictly my spending money. And that lasted maybe about like half a year. I was like, I can't do this.
Wow.
I can't do this.
And so that you got into a fight?
No. I just explained to her. I was like, I can't do 400,000 because sometimes I have a lot of 회식s.
Yes.
I work in many different shows. I have to meet a lot of people. I just can't do it. And so she said, well, we'll do the honor system. I was like, what's the honor system?
Wow.
Just don't get us broke. Make sure we can pay all the bills.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And so that's when, and then now I'm just spending like thousands of dollars on wine.
Okay. Interesting.
What about you? What changed between dating and marriage?
I think it's about the commitment. You're mentally, you're definitely way more committed.
Yes.
When you know it's going to be your spouse.
Yeah.
Or when you get married, right? Because when you're dating, you're like, okay, it's nice, let's go on a trip, but you don't set realistic goals together. You don't really build something. You're just together. You're enjoying the relationship. You're in love, but I don't feel like it's pretty linear, right? You don't build up, right? So when you decide to get married, it's like, okay, we have to go in the same direction. We have to have a similar vision. We have to set goals, and I think for me it was a big relief because I was like, okay, now I have someone I can pretty much rely on, and we can do things together that maybe I would not be confident enough to do. And so for me, it was a really, I mean, now I consider one of the best decisions I made in my life.
What you said reminded me of another difference. Before, if I was going out with somebody that I didn't think I was going to get married to, if we get into an argument,
you're just like, okay, boom.
No, it's done.
It's done.
Oh, yeah.
Text message is like, you're out.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. I'd call them. I'd be like, you know what? I can't do this anymore, right? And it's done. It's done.
Okay.
And then, they go, oh, please, say no. Then no, we're done, right? But when it was like with my wife, when we had like fights here and there, but I tried to work it out. Listen, we have differences. Well, let's try to work it out.
You just try to match the puzzle, right?
Yeah.
Slowly, and it can be difficult. It can take time. But at one point when you know that you can do it and you manage, it feels so great that you are making this, this relationship more mature. You feel that you're really building something together. I think the feeling is great. Yeah.
Since we're talking about newlyweds, how long does the honeymoon phase last, do you think? Because I feel like it's different for everybody, isn't it?
I think there are in the relationship. I mean, first 2 years definitely. First 2 to 3 years. Okay. I think for me it was like the honeymoon phase. Like it's like
first 2,
when
3
he
years.
finished work, I was like,
I don't get that anymore. 수고했어.
That was the Haekyo thing, the Korean. And after we got the children, the pace was so different. Everything was so hectic. So there's a time you're like, okay, just, we're just parents and we're co-parenting and it's like a partnership basically.
Yeah.
And now that the kids are a little bit, they're grown up, they're, 7, 8, and 4. Like, I think this honeymoon phase comes back.
What?
I know. I mean, it's just
wow.
These days, I'm like, oh, maybe, I can make the romantic thing happen again.
Really?
And I'm like, yeah, so I'm just acting. And my husband was pretty much like, what's going on? You're like, yeah, 왜 그래? We're not like 20
Did you lose
anymore.
money? Did you lose money? Did you invest in something and lose all the money?
But I realized that because I behave like what I used to in my 20s, he changes too. He's like,
I
you
see,
know,
I
like,
see.
So you feel that it's like reciprocal,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Reciprocal,
you know, the feeling is really great, yeah.
We're gonna continue to talk about this. Is interesting stuff here. We talked about honeymoon phase. We're listening to a song here from BAP with Honeymoon. That last song was BAP with Honeymoon. It's funny because you see like the long shot of us and Yanggurum and Napensun, like they're talking about something fun. It's true. When you talk to young people and then you talk to people around your age,
Yeah.
and you have a lot of things that you can really connect with, it's fun discussions.
Yeah.
You had a very fun discussions what going on while the song was playing.
Yeah.
We're talking about honeymoon, and
So honeymoon phase.
the fact that the honeymoon phase came back though, you were saying though before that,
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
When after how many years did your first child come about?
3 years.
3 years.
So
Okay,
those 3
before-
years was honeymoon. Yeah, we traveled a lot, we worked a lot, but
That's
yeah.
exactly what Yang says. Honeymoon is when there is no child, and so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
my friend, he's a camera director at ARIRANG. Him and his wife have been married for about 7 years. They don't have kids. They're so romantic still.
Oh, really? Well,
And I was-
usually 7 is not the greatest number. 7 is when, you know, there's
Once
the,
hits that step,
right.
but I was like, yo, how are you guys still so like bubbly and
Yeah.
so in love? I was like,
What do you do?
we only have each other, right? Because I mean, once the kid comes about,
Yeah.
all the love goes to the
To
kid,
the kid, yeah.
and so you start losing all that stuff. But people also say that the first 3 months of marriage are the most important. Why?
Well, I think the first 3, it's like in Korea, we count by 100 days, right? Pegil is such an important number,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I think that's when you set the ground to, you set all those rules, right? Okay, how are you going to manage, you know, living costs? How are you going to buy a car? Are you going to move somewhere? You know, what kind of job we're going to do? And I think it's important to talk about these things. And at that moment, I asked my husband, okay, you're doing this job now, which was in art. He was like curating kind of, art stuff. And I was like, do you like what you're doing? And do you have a dream? I'd like to know, what is your dream? And that's when he really opened up and he said, actually, I want to become an actor. I was like, what?
Was that like recent?
That was after we got married.
Oh my, really?
After we got married, yeah. And I was like, you want to become an actor? And this when he told me, actually, he started when he was in his 20. It was 길거리 casting, right? So like
he's a good-looking guy.
So, but it was easy money at that time. And it was not the thing he really wanted to do, you know.
Okay.
But, and then he thought about it. He's like, actually, I did kind of enjoy it and I'd like to try it again. I was like, go for it. I mean, what are you waiting? He was in his early 30s. I was like, just go. You know, if you have a dream, you have to, pursue your dream. And now he's saying, oh, if I had not married you, I probably would have been this just regular Korean guy, office, going to work.
Right.
But because I married you and you're French, you're so open-minded on like dreams and things like that.
Yeah.
Then I could follow, this path.
Because typically what happens is once you get married and guys, and I went through this, once you get married, you have this like mentality that you have the responsibility
of providing the income.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, come on, like actor, if it goes well, like it's good, but then it's not stable money. It's very risky stuff.
It is.
And
it
most spouses will say, well, I mean, is that what we really need right now, especially when we're just starting our marriage life?
But for me, it was like, if you want to do it, you'd rather do it now.
Until later when like the kids are
right,
coming in.
So if you really want to just try it out now and just do it, and then after, actually I'm grateful that he chose this career, although it's very difficult, it's very little money and everything, but he was able to be with the kids and he's still able to be with the kids for a great amount of time compared to me. So I'm like working a lot, but these are the things I really enjoy doing. So it helps me to kind of, pursue my own career, and he's taking care of the kids at the same time and doing his shooting. So it's all about, balance and how so we talked about that stuff very at the beginning of the marriage. But if at like 5 years in the marriage he was like, okay, I want to become an actor, that would have been probably different. Or you're laughing, is there like some sort of comment I see on the screen?
This is a very important question.
Okay.
I'm not even going to ask you. I'm not even going to ask you. This is...
Do I have to read it myself?
No, well, I mean, it's like, at what point do you fart in front of yourself?
That's when everything breaks down, right? I think I did. I kind of mentioned
you
that.
don't have to answer it.
No. I mentioned that in one of the scripts somewhere. I said, when does the romance end? It's like when you start farting in front of your husband. Yeah.
Another question here. This is not really related to it, but 나펜순 says 선배님들께 묻습니다.
Yes.
Is marriage truly necessary?
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
No, I don't think so.
So I would not. I think I don't know, but I would probably not be married if I had not married my husband at that time.
Oh.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Because you weren't really interested in getting married?
I was very interested in getting married. I think I just met the right guy.
Okay.
And I got married. But if not, I would just have, just focused on my career even more maybe.
Yeah.
And just maybe dated guys, but that's it.
I don't know. What I'm going to say might sound a little bit controversial, but I have always said I would not have gotten married if I didn't want kids. I got married because I'm not saying just only her, just the idea of getting married because I wanted to see kids.
To have kids, right?
Because if I didn't want to have kids, I know this is going to sound weird, but I could just be single and meet many people, or as long as I guess I'll look slimmer if I wasn't married, and I'll take care of myself if I wasn't married and stuff like that. But
you have so many different ways of living, YOLO and like dinks, and I mean, there's so many ways of living that you can find your own happiness if you want, right? So marriage is not. It's not. For some people, it's going to be reversed. It's not going to bring happiness. As long as you are happy, then the couple will be happy. But if you're not happy, it's really difficult to be happy in the couple, right?
And I chose the right person to get married. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happily married. John over in DC says, I have an ex that farted on my leg when we were watching a movie once. Hilarious. Maybe that's why she's your ex now. What is you said 3 months. Oftentimes people say 1 year is very important because you see a lot in the first year. And I've heard about the first year not really being a real honeymoon phase because there's a lot of fighting that happens.
Yeah. This is why you might want to actually live together before you get married. Yeah. So you pass on that phase. And then after you're set, okay, these are the rules. And
now parents are more open to the idea of their kids living together because, again, it lowers the risk of divorces or whatever happens afterwards.
And
right?
I know many actually who decide to get married, they do the ceremony, they do everything, but they don't get legally married. They don't sign the papers. Mm-hmm. And they wait at least a year or 2 years before they really sign the papers because they know that, going through a divorce, having that line on the the registration things.
Oh, I know a lot of people that have done that.
Yeah. So
smart move, by the way. We're gonna continue to talk about newlyweds in Korea, but first, let's take a listen to a song here from Yoon Dan with Wedding Diary, 신혼일기. With Wedding Diary, 신혼일기. There's a lot of dancing going on at the newsroom. I think next time we need a dance battle. Next time we have a 90s, 2000 K-pop dance track coming out here. We're talking about newlyweds in Korea. Mm-hmm. What do newlyweds usually fight about? Because we were just discussing, because, I mean, we're human. We do also fight with our spouses. But we're all just like, We fight about stupid things, it turns out.
yeah. I mean, it's always those little things. And it doesn't get better. I think you fight on those little things even more later, in the marriage. At the beginning, when you're newlyweds, it's like, it's not important, right? You know it's not important. But when you get like a few years into the marriage, it's like you fight on these little things that are so ridiculous. You don't even want to like... I mean, I recently got in a fight with my husband because of the stupidest thing ever. I was like eating piece of cheese. I mean, come on, I mean, he's already laughing, I won't be able to finish my story. And literally, he was so mad. He asked me to put the kids to bed, and suddenly I hear the door lock, and he went out for an hour and a half walk. I was like, come on,
But he does it the safe way. I mean, sometimes you need that cooling.
Yeah, I think he needed just a break.
Because so dealing with those kind of like fights, my wife and I, we have a very different way to resolve things.
Okay.
And so that was a big conflict in the beginning because she's the type where she needs to talk about it right away. Me,
you like step back.
I need to calm down a bit, because if I don't, I'm gonna say stupid stuff that's gonna make it even worse, right? And so I'm always like, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay,
but
so
she
you're
didn't
waiting.
understand that.
Okay.
She didn't like that. She has to talk about it, resolve it right away. And so that was kind of like when we were newlyweds, honeymoon phase. That was the most difficult thing, like understanding how each other deals, like
the personality
feels.
difference, right? Yeah.
Because I mean, like it was weird because when we were going out, we never fought.
Yeah.
But when you get married, like it's bound to happen.
Yeah, it's like it's there. It's you fight on real stuff, on realistic things, and I think there are external aspects of getting into a fight too.
What's the external?
In Korea, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I heard about these stories. I can tell.
The she word? The she word?
The she
어머니. The she word.
So, yeah, the SHE,
Yes.
who knows the password of the newlyweds, house, because in Korea it's not key, it's password usually. And coming in, like randomly at not even, asking.
You can't do random though.
I don't
You
know.
have to call first.
Yeah, at least, you make a phone call. It's like, okay, I made these banchan and I'm going to put it in the fridge. Is it okay? Can I pass by? Or, and I heard that there are many fights that like started like that, Why does your mom, just comes in and just like, I mean, it could be very troublesome.
So my friend almost got into a divorce during the honeymoon phase because that incident.
Those kind of.
So his mom came in because he told her the password, right? And then, so she was upset, right? She was like, oh, like, it's not that I don't like your mom. It's just, like, I need to know beforehand does this mean that she's going to come in and out whenever she wants, right? And then he was like, I'm sorry, I should have done this, right? His mother-in-law, so his wife's mom knows the password and would come in and out anytime she wanted. And so he lost it, right? He was like, why is it not okay for my mom to do so, but it's okay for your mom?
Right, okay.
And so she was like, because I feel comfortable, it's okay
it's
when...
my mom,
yeah,
I feel comfortable,
But you don't think about me.
Yeah.
Right? So like that's those kind of stuff. Like when you only think about yourself, that's when I think the big conflicts come out.
Right. And the second thing is also when you're comparing like the family. That's the worst thing you can do. I mean, it's like... For example, my mom or my parents, they give some money, but why does your parent don't do anything? Like those kind of like comparisons. This is like the worst case scenario.
But I think any comparison is a bad thing. Like you can't go number one. I feel like this is going to be one of the topics we'll talk about one day, how to tick off your spouses. You can't go, for example, so-and-so's husband does this.
Comparing, I mean, is
you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's like the secret code to a big fight that happens. On the flip side, though, is there a secret to keeping the romantic feeling alive even after?
Oh yes, there is. Buy French lingerie.
Teach me. Teach me.
You have to buy French lingerie. What do you call it? Lingerie. Yeah. You have to buy your wife. I mean, I can teach you that way, but I mean, the woman have to buy for herself, right? That's the French way of keeping the romantic. The sparkles.
There is no sexy lingerie after
Korea?
years.
Is
It's just,
it?
no. After many years, it's just kind of like whatever's comfortable. It's like that's what I
cotton
learned.
panties, right?
Yeah, it's like not even. Sometimes they're just wearing like box. Is that what it is?
No, I'm joking. I think to keep the relationship romantic is always to I mean, after a certain point, you forget to say I love you. You know,
Yeah.
in the West, I think we said way more like
Yeah.
oh bye I love you, but it's like it's a
I
love you.
can't do
It's
it.
a I love you that you. It's a love you to say bye, right?
Yeah,
On the
yeah,
phone,
yeah.
they keep on saying I love you, but it doesn't really mean anything anymore, right? But just say it genuinely, you know, like not repetitively, but like at least like three or four times a week.
But I'm the type that even like at the greatest honeymoon phase, I'm just the type that don't express myself that way. I can't.
Then
I
how
can't
did
say
you
I
do-
love you.
Well, how did you do in the honeymoon phase?
I never used it. I don't think I've ever used that word.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like what do I?
Ask your wife. How did she come to love you?
I don't know. Why am I still married?
I think words are. I mean, for me, words are very important. The way you say things.
Does your husband say I love you?
Yeah.
See, you need to meet people like that.
Yeah. I mean, he says it because I trained him to say it. He was not. He's Korean too. I mean, he was not the kind of guy to say, "Oh, 사랑해." You know, like it's. I think it's hard for them to say that.
I can't.
Right?
It's just my personality. I'm not very good at saying that kind of stuff.
You have to overcome that. Yeah.
What is the? Man, I'm trying to think. What is the most romantic thing I've ever said? Because you need, guys, jot this down. You need to have at least one of those.
Yeah, or if it's not I love you, it's like like at least the thank you, those things that are very necessary.
Thank yous are
thank
very
you so
important,
much.
yeah.
You helped me a lot for it was very helpful, or those kind of just sweet words, nice words.
Yeah, I think over time, I love you is one thing, but to express gratitude for all the things that they do, especially when we have kids and stuff like
Yeah.
that, when you're taking care of the kids.
Yeah, I mean words are important, but I think actions are even more important than words. So I mean, when you say I love you, just give a big hug, or you don't need to say I love you, just give a big hug. It's equivalent, it's the same thing. But do you hug your wife, or there's no?
I don't randomly hug her. I don't randomly go.
You should. That's what makes the difference.
If I start doing it now, she'll be like, "Oh, what's going on here?
Do you want a third child? Or?
Did you lose money?" No, you can't. I mean, everyone does it differently.
Differently, yeah, of course. But it's mutual respect. Mutual respect, yeah.
Fun stuff here. Very fun topic that we talked about. We had a lot of conversation going on in our chat room. Unfortunately, we couldn't get to all the messages. Olivia, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming in. Have a safe one, and we'll see you again next week.
See you.